How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store is running its Big Games Big Deal sale, and we've got to go over deals under the price of $5. So, not going to be looking at deals under $3 in this video. Probably we'll do a separate video on that because there's a lot of deals at that price range. But under $5, here we go, and let's just get right into it. And let's kick things off with Watch Dogs, which is 75% off for $4.99. Now, I'm kind of happy this is on sale because I actually have been doing another playthrough of Watch Dogs fairly recently. I'm still fairly early on, but going through and playing the game again, I don't know what made me in the mood to play Watch Dogs again, but I am really having a good time with it. Not having the expectations that I did when I initially went into the game back at launch, I think really did benefit that because the expectations for Watch Dogs 1 were crazy. I enjoy the game. You know, at this point, a decade later, some of the voice acting is kind of comical, and I don't find the story that engaging, but a lot of the content and doing all of the hacking-oriented gameplay, I feel like is fun. It's a little bit wacky, it's a little bit out there, but overall, I'm having a good time with it. Optional content, I think, is fairly well done. Some of the CTOS towers, honestly, I got stumped on, or have been getting stumped on, but yeah, $4.99 for Watch Dogs. I think that's a pretty good deal. Unfortunately, not the complete edition, but I think the base game for this price point is worthwhile. And if you never played it, I know we all have our opinion on Ubisoft, but I think Watch Dogs is a pretty decent title that you'll end up enjoying, and you're not paying $60, you're paying $4.99, and I think at that price, again, worthwhile pickup there. Next up, we got Resident Evil 5, 75% off for $4.99. Now, conventional wisdom would have you think that this game is going to get a remake at some point. However, I do think that remake is going to be a ways away. I think they've got some other things that they're working on. Maybe you'll get the remake in 2030, 2031. Do you want to wait that long? You know, there's a lot of other games to play, sure, but RE5 is a worthwhile game to go through. And for me, with the remakes that are coming out, because they are plentiful these days, I'm going back and I'm playing the original. That's how I approach remakes. Like, I'm definitely gonna do another playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 3 before Delta Snake Eater comes out. And if RE5 gets a remake, I want to do another playthrough of RE5 before then. I didn't do a playthrough of RE4 before the remake came out, like right before, I mean, and I'm kind of disappointed in that. I think you appreciate the remake more if you have a direct knowledge of the original, in the sense that, obviously, I played RE4 several times, but it was so long prior to when that remake came out that I think it's worthwhile to go back and play these games and play the originals. $4.99 for RE5 is great as well. Obviously, the complaint with RE5 has always been the janky AI, but overall it's a good game and definitely a little bit more on the action-heavy side, but still a lot of fun. So $4.99 on that, great deal there. Then we got Tomb Raider, 80% off for $3.99. I mean, y'all already know how I feel about these games. I think the Tomb Raider games since Tomb Raider 2013 have been great. Fortunately, we haven't gotten a new one in 7 years, which I think is damn near criminal because these games are so good. 2013 kinda was like what Uncharted 1 was to Uncharted, which it was a good game. However, it was the sequel that really improved upon it. ROTR just took the original Tomb Raider and made it so much better. You know, Uncharted 1 at this point still shows its age really poorly. Tomb Raider 2013, not necessarily as much. Tomb Raider 2013, you can go back and play and have a really, really good time with it. I think it's a worthwhile game to go back and play. Fairly short, you can beat it in, you know, 9 to 10 hours. There are some optional tombs and things like that, but a fairly short game to go through, and for $3.99 again, I think that's a really good deal. Next up, we got Dishonored Definitive Edition, 75% off for $4.99. Another franchise that's been MIA for way too long, but you know, in the case of Tomb Raider, we know that there's a new Tomb Raider game in development. Dishonored's probably going to be MIA for a while, given that Arcane is working on, what is it, Marvel's Blade, so we're not going to get a new Dishonored for a long time, if ever. Dishonored 1, I thought, was a great game. I love the art style to this game. I don't want to say it's aged like fine wine, but it's aged pretty well because of its art style. It didn't really focus on, like, technically groundbreaking visuals that I feel like this game still looks good. Gameplay is where Dishonored shines, though. You can play the game action-heavy, you can play it stealthy. I think the slow and calculated approach for this game is way more rewarding, but yeah, $4.99 for this is great, and you get the DLC as well. Definitely a good pickup. Check that out. Dishonored is a no-brainer. Next up, we got Fist of the Northstar Lost Paradise, 75% off for $4.99. The forgotten RGG game. It is really, really good. I'm not a Fist of the Northstar guy, a little bit before my time as far as anime is concerned, but I feel like this game, just as an action title, is pretty well done. You know what to expect at a fundamental level from the RGG games, and Fist of the Northstar Lost Paradise still has that. If you're a fan of that style of gameplay, or you're a fan of Fist of the Northstar, sure you'll probably enjoy this game even more than me, and for $5, pretty good deal there. Next up, we got Nexomon Extinction, 75% off for $4.99. Thankfully, did not have to face any legal issues from One Nintendo like another little game had to, but Neximon Extinction is a return to classic monster catching games, complete with a brand new story, eccentric characters, and over 300 unique Nexomon to trap and tame. The world is on the brink of extinction as mighty tyrant Nexomon fight for dominion over humans and monsters. Join the Tamers Guild and begin an epic journey to restore balance before all hope is lost. Nexomon Extinction is available for $4.99, so go ahead and check that out. Next up, we got Deus Ex Mankind Divided. 85% off for $4.49. Good deal here for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, man. Tomb Raider, Dishonored, throw Deus Ex in there as far as franchises that have been absent for way too long. Heard something about a new Deus Ex game potentially being pitched, but pitches happen all the time, you guys. I'm sure there have been pitches for the wildest games imaginable that we cannot believe, but that's all that is. And Deus Ex being absent for this long, just depressing. Mankind Divided I thought was a really good game. I thought narratively, towards the end, goes a little bit awry and unfortunately not all that satisfying there, but from a gameplay standpoint, it's a legit improvement upon Human Revolution. Unfortunately, Human Revolution doesn't have an HD remaster or anything like that, so that's unfortunate. You just kind of gotta go into Mankind Divided, but Mankind Divided is great. $4.49, a good pickup there for sure. Check it out, a great main character as well. Next up, we have Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition, 85% off for $3.74. A single-player, third-person adventure game inspired by the breathtaking and mysterious landscapes of Iceland. The story takes place from various pieces of Nordic folklore. Now, this is a game that is very much more so on the adventure, exploration, relaxing side. There's actually a sequel coming out here soon as well that's looking to be an open world. The game has you fall into complete immersion as you make your way across stunning landscapes, complete with remastered textures, lighting, and objects. Solve environmental puzzles throughout as well. Spirit of the North, if you're looking for something a little bit more serene and relaxing, $3.74, a good deal on that. Next up, we got Moonlighter Complete Edition, 85% off for $3.59. If you are a Plus subscriber, you'll end up getting it for $2.39, which I think is an outstanding deal. An action RPG with roguelite elements following the everyday routines of Will, an adventurous shopkeeper that dreams of becoming a hero. Pretty good marriage, an interesting marriage of different gameplay styles. Will's adventure begins when, during a long-past archaeological excavation, a set of gates were discovered. People quickly realized that these ancient passages lead to a different realm and dimensions as well. You've got the expansions here as well. Moonlighter Complete Edition, $3.59 on that. Next up, we have Wonder Boy The Dragon's Trap, $4.99 on this. Boasting beautiful hand-drawn animations and reorchestrated soundtrack, the cult classic returns with a unique blend of exploration, action, and adventure. Cursed into a half-human, half-lizard monstrosity by the Mecha Dragon, you are in search for a cure. The only way you can return to human form is to find the Salamander Cross, a magical item with the power to remove curses. With each dragon slain, the curse intensifies, transforming you into different animals. Explore large, interconnected locations populated with grumpy monsters and exotic dragons. Wonder Boy The Dragon's Trap is available for $4.99. Next up, we have Far Cry 4, $4.99 on this, a historic low price for Far Cry 4. Look, much like Watch Dogs, I feel like the Ubisoft open world games do give you a lot of content to do that. While I'm playing Watch Dogs again, it's a game as I'm playing it, I'm listening to a podcast, doing the side content. The main story, I'd pause any podcast I'm listening to, but for the side content, I just feel like it's fun to go ahead and do all that content while listening to a podcast. And hell, you might not even get invested into the Far Cry 4 story like that, so you can play the whole thing with a podcast, that's up to you, but the Far Cry games are always going to be a good time, and for $5, I think this is a pretty damn good deal, so definitely recommend that. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition, RIP Monolith. This is a tremendous open-world action title, satisfying gameplay, pretty good story, but the gameplay, I think, here is incredibly satisfying and incredibly well done. For $4.99, you get the bonus content with the Game of the Year Edition, a good buy, and a decent bit of content. Not an overwhelming open-world title, but a good one for sure. Darkest Dungeon, $3.74 on this. A challenging gothic roguelike turn-based RPG about the psychological stress of adventuring. You'll recruit, train, and lead a team of flawed heroes through twisted forests, forgotten warrens, ruined crypts, and beyond. You'll battle not only unimaginable foes, but stress, famine, disease, and the ever-enroaching dark as well, all within a strategic turn-based combat system. Darkest Dungeon available for $3.74. Got Tormented Souls, 75% off for $4.99. Classic survival horror is back. Solve puzzles and face sinister enemies in deadly combat in the relentless nightmare as Caroline Walker hunts for missing twin girls in a cavernous abandoned mansion. Can you confront your fears and uncover secrets of Winter Lake, or will you die trying? Something evil lurks at Winter Lake. While investigating the disappearance of twin girls at Winter Lake, something terrible happens to Caroline Walker. A return to classic survival horror, deadly combat, and keep your wits about you with fiendish puzzles, gateways to another dimension, and you are not alone in the dark. Tormented Souls available for $4.99. And lastly, another horror game, The Beast Inside, 80% off for $4.99, plus subscribers will get it for $3.74. The Beast Inside is a unique, gripping twist on thriller and survival horror. The game mixes intriguing story-driven adventure with an unnerving survival horror experience. Immerse in the tale of the long-buried secrets, personal tragedies, and madness. Plays two protagonists living in different centuries but bounded by dark heritage. You'll explore Blackstone, the forgotten domain of Hyde's lineage, a rich world designed to complement the thrilling story as well. The Beast Inside available for $4.99. And that's gonna do it for me. This sale does focus on a lot more expensive titles, but still some games at the cheaper price range as well, and all of these under $4.99. Links to all of them in the description box below. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.